Welcome to Applied English class with Nehemiah. In today's class, we'll be looking at the question form of the primary auxiliary verbs. We're going to list out the primary auxiliary verb first: do, be, and have. Alright, so the next thing to do is to look for the tenses of these verbs. And then after that, we'll use this verb to form a question. And the tenses, we're going to look for the verb root. That's the first thing to do. After the verb root, we have the present tense. Now, after that, we have the past tense. After that, we have the past participle. Then after that, we have the present participle. All right, so we have the verb roots: present tense, past participle, and present participle. Let's start with the verb do. Now, what's the present tense for do? The present tense for do is do and does. Do and does. The past tense is did. The past participle is done. The present participle is doing. Now, what's the present tense for the verb be? For the verb be, the present tense for the singular subject is. For the plural subject are. And then also for singular subject are. And for the past tense for the verb be is was. And then we have where. All right. So you can see the correlation there. Now let's go to the next one. The past participle for the verb be is been. And then present participle is been. All right? Now let's go to the next one. The next one is have. Have. What's the present tense for have? The present tense for the verb have remains have and has. All right, the past tense is had. The past participle is had. The present participle is having. All right, now having known this, let's go to what we have for today. We want to know how to the rules that are involved in question formation using these auxiliary verbs. Let's take the first example. We're going to start with the do, the does, and then the did. The do, the does, and the did. We're going to be using a simple tense. I'm going to be using simple tense or simple tenses. Now, look at this. If we have dash everybody, dash a car. Dash everybody, dash a car. If we have A, does have a car. B, do have a car. Then C, you can also have C, does has a car. Then we can also have D, does has a car. Okay, let's change this one to do have a car. So you have a lot of options there. All right, but one is the answer. And let's look at the first option. Does everyone have a car? Of course, that's the correct answer. But let's evaluate the second and the third and the fourth option. Do everybody have a car? Does everybody has a car? Do everybody have a car? Now, in the rule of Concord, everybody is seen as a singular subject. Everybody, anyone, everyone is seen as a singular subject. Let me give you the list. Everybody, everyone, anyone is seen as a singular subject. So this is a singular subject. So it should attract a singular verb. So the first verb that will be here is does. Now, this is singular, so the verb should also be singular. Meanwhile, whenever the auxiliary verb does, do, this is does. Whenever the auxiliary verb does, do, did is used to express a question, the main verb should be in its base form. I take that again. Whenever an auxiliary verb do, does, did is used to express a question, the main verb should remain in its base form. I take that again. Whenever an auxiliary verb is used to express a question, auxiliary verb do, does, did, not all auxiliary verb, because we have be, we have. All right, we'll still get to that. Now, whenever the auxiliary verb do, does, did is used to express a question, the main verb, are you following, should remain in its base form. So the answer should be have. Does everybody have a car? Understood? Does everybody have a car? All right? The verb is not changed. The main verb have, the main verb is have, and it doesn't change. Not this one, not referring to this, don't get confused. The main verb have is not changed. Or you could say it attracts a plural verb. All right. Now let's take another question so you can get it. If we have does, okay, dash anyone dash the answer. A, does, no, B, do, knows, C, does, knows. Now, look at the verb. The main verb is know. The auxiliary verb is does. Whenever you see does, a primary auxiliary verb, do, did, used to ask a question, the main verb should remain in its base form. Now, the main verb to come here is know. And then the auxiliary verb is does. So what should be here is know. So option A is correct. Option A is correct. Does anyone know the answer? Not does anyone knows the answer. That's wrong. Although this is seen as a singular subject under the subject-object concord. All right? This is seen as a singular subject. This is not a singular subject. This is not a singular subject. This one is also seen as a singular subject. But the main verb that comes after it, when it's being used to ask, when does is added to it, and it's being used to ask a question, should remain in the plural form or in base form. All right. Now let's go to the next question. The next question, if we have dash she dash a house. Now, will it be does she have a house? Or will it be D, do she has a house? Let's look at this. Now, the answer will be, does she have a house? Not do she have a house? Are you following now? So this will become, does she have not has a house. Have a house. Does she have a house? Okay, now let's say this. Let's use this. Let me clean up this now. Look at this. Dash you dash a car. A, will it be does you has a car? B, will it be do you have a car? The answer is, you see, you is seen as a second person plural pronoun, a subject. Are you following now? Second person plural subject. Now, if it's seen as that, it will attract a plural verb, which is do, from the do, does, did verb we're using. So we have, do you have a house? Not does you have a house, do you have a house? Now, what if I use the first person plural subject? The first person plural subject, we. It will become, do we have a car? Remember, all these are questions. All these are questions. All these are questions. Remember to put the question mark in the rest of those. Those are used in question form. They are all questions. So, do we have a house? Understand these things, because the questions might come in the form of either they take away the two of those, or they take away one of those and ask you to supply the answer. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is B. Now, for B, if you want to use this, if you say, are you dash A singing, B sing. Now, for the verb be, it is used in a continuous or a progressive form. Is used in a continuous or a progressive form. And if you check the continuous form of sing, if you add ing, it will become singing. So, is are you singing, not are you sing. Okay? This becomes are you singing. Alright? Are you playing? Let's do another question. This is a question mark. Don't forget that. Are you playing? Understand that it is in progressive form. So it's been changing to the main verb is changed by adding ing to it. It becomes, are you playing? Is she coming? Is dash she dash. What will be here? It will be is. Because it's a singular subject. Is she coming? Not are she coming. Stuff like that. And let's go to the final one, which is have. Have is used in its perfect tense. Is used in its perfect tense. In that, what we do is that when we have a question, or let's explain what perfect tense is. We have three types of perfect tense. We have the past, the present, the past, and then the future. We have the present, the past, and the future perfect tense. For the present, what you do is the subject. Let's use S to represent subject, or let's write all down. Subject plus plus have or has plus a participle verb. Subject plus have or has plus a participle verb. Now for the past present, we have the subject plus had plus participle verb. Now for this one, we have the subject plus will have plus a participle verb. All right, so let's make an illustration with the first one. Now look at this. This will become have. Have they finished? Have they finished? Have they? Okay, sorry. This is not correct. It becomes, all right, it's also correct. They have finished. All right, they have finished. That's answering the question. Have they finished? So you say they have finished. But if I say have they finished, it's also correct. But that's not what I want to form. But since we'll form it, let's just put there. Have they finished? So now this is a question. Have they finished? You see, have is used to make the question. The word finished is changed to its participle, past participle. Not just a participle, but past participle. Remember, it's past. All of them is past participle, past participle, past participle. Okay, now let's use another one. Had they left? Had they left? That's a question. Had they left? That's showing you that when you want to use do to make a question, to form a question, all you do is that the main verb is not changed. Then for the be, follow the rule we gave you. It's not, that one is very easy. Then the have, you just understand we have a subject, we have has and has, and past participle for the present tense. The other one had, past participle plus the subject, and then the other one we have future tense, we have will have plus past participle and then the subject. So this is all we've got for you in this video. Have a great day. If there's any question, drop it in the comment section. Have a great day.